Good morning. Today we are going to begin a poem by a world-renowned poet of the world. But before we go into the real poem, let's have some primary discussion. Have you heard of the greatest dramatist of the world? Who is the greatest dramatist of the world? Any one of you?
William Shakespeare.
Please stand up and then answer.
William Shakespeare.
Okay. Do you think that there is any dramatist, Indian or Western, who can be compared to Shakespeare? Yeah? Kalidasa, very good. Kalidasa. Kalidasa is the Shakespeare of India. Famous comparisons often made. And there are other dramatists. Shakespeare is an Elizabethan dramatist. The age itself is named after Shakespeare. Shakespearean age, the age of Shakespeare. Elizabethan age, because then England was ruled over by Queen Elizabeth I. Elizabethan age. And there are prominent dramatists who may, to some extent, say for instance, Ben Jonson can be compared to Shakespeare, but none of them have genius enough to be equal to Shakespeare. If Shakespeare is at the top of a mountain, at the peak, other dramatists are not even in the middle, they are at the bottom. Anyway, now let me tell you how Shakespeare emerged as a dramatist. Okay, he was a curtain raiser, and his dramatic genius developed. He was a curtain raiser in his stage, but his dramatic genius developed. As a result, he wrote plays, comedies, tragedies, histories, romances. Can you name some of his major works? Yeah, anyone of you, please. Anybody? Yeah?
Macbeth, Hamlet, or Midsummer Night's Dream.
Midsummer Night's Dream. Any other play? Any other play? No idea? Fine, no problem. There are 37 plays that he has contributed, but we won't go into detail. I would request you to refer to all his plays and if possible read a couple of them. Okay, Othello, King Lear, Midsummer Night's Dream, as you said, Much Ado About Nothing, Antony, Cleopatra, Julius Caesar, Tempest, Cymbeline, okay, so on, Twelfth Night, so on and so forth. Now, let me concentrate on All the World is a Stage written by William Shakespeare. Okay. By William Shakespeare. Now let me ask you, what is a poem? What do you mean by a poem? What is the objective of a poem? What is the objective of a poem? What does it give you? Yeah. Pleasure? Entertainment? Okay? Besides some moral values, it also furnishes us with some moral values. So what is a poem? Let us just concentrate on that. Poetry is defined variously by various poets. Wordsworth defines poetry as a spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings, emotions recollected in tranquility. Overflow of powerful feelings, emotions recollected in tranquility, an outburst of emotions. So romantic poetry, romanticism, where love, nature emerge as the prominent themes. But T.S. Eliot, the greatest dramatist and poet of the 20th century, severely criticizes Wordsworth. He defines poetry. Poetry is not a turning loose of emotions, but an escape from emotions. He turns down Wordsworth's theory of poetry, though Wordsworth is a great romantic poet. Today I would like to quote two beginning lines and two concluding lines of a famous American poet, Macbeth. Ars Poetica. What is a poem? What should be a poem? A poem should be palpable and new as a glowed fruit. The poem begins, Ars Poetica begins like that, and ends with a poem with a line. A poem should not mean but be. A poem should not mean but be. Even if the poem doesn't say anything, doesn't give us any thought, it is still a poem. Not necessarily each of the poets, dramatists, scholars, critics, historians who define poetry, the definition is acknowledged, not necessarily. Wordsworth has his own theory, his own point of view, his own response to poetry. T.S. Eliot has his own response to poetry. He praises metaphysical poets, particularly Donne. A thought to Donne is an experience, it modifies a sensibility. That is what he said, how he appreciates Donne, John Donne. And Macbeth has his own theory of poetry. Though the entire poem, Ars Poetica, is replete with images, kinesthetic images. Movement is there. What should be poetry like and what should poetry not be like? All discussion like that. Silent as the flight of birds, etc. It's a beautiful poem. I would like to request you to go through this poem. It's available, Now, my second question is, what is life like? Or what kind of life would you like to live? What should be life like? How do you respond to life? Or how life responds to you? Any one of you? Yeah. Happiness. Okay. So let us categorize happiness, you say. This is positive side. And life has also a negative side. Say all the time we are not happy. Okay. And what should be peace? I want to do quick response, very quick response. All of you should respond. What should be like? Serious. Yeah. You. Serious So serious means something gloomy, like say for instance, it's something negative. It should be serious. Yes. Next, anybody? Yeah.
Morality.
There should be morality or moral values. Okay. So you mean not negative, but I would say rather this is optimistic kind of. What did you say? What did you?
Morality.
Morality. So morality means. Okay, let's put it here, for instance. And let me not name them like positive or negative right now because I have something else to drive it. My objective is a little bit different. So, and yes, yeah, any other thing? Yeah, please. Fun. Yes, good. So, fun. And what else? Yes?
Values.
Huh?
Values.
Values. Yes, values. Please. Should go here, for instance, values. And what else?
Ethics.
Ethics also. Yes, very good. It should go here. And this. So you mean to say this is A, for instance, and this is B. So there should be happiness, fun, laughter. Yes, let me quote the beginning lines of Don John, a famous poem by Lord Byron. Don John. The title itself is suggestive of a kind of life that should be, full of frivolity, fun, laughter, romance. Okay, and to some extent debauchery, because the title Don John is a man who has sexual relationship with many women. The lines are: let us have wine, women, and laughter, sermons and soda water the day after. Let me repeat. Let us have wine, women, and laughter, sermons and soda water the day after. I want discuss this point. I want to elaborate on this poem at this stage, maybe if necessary a little later. Now, would you please recite the poem? Yes. This olive oil. Yes, please. Continue.
All the world is a stage, and all the men and women wear the players. They have their exits and their entrance, and one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages. At first the infant mewling and pucking in the nurse's arms, then the reeling schoolboy, with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snake unwillingly to school, and then the lover shine like furnace, with a woeful valet made to his mistress' eyebrow, then a soldier full of strange oaths and burdened like the part, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth, and then the justice in fair found valley put upper line, with eyes severed, and very of formal cut, full of wise souls and modern instances. And so he placed his part, the 6-inch shift into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful boots, will seem a world to wide, for his strong set and his big merry voice turning again toward childish treble pipes, and whistle in his sound. Let's sing of all that ends this strange eventful history, his second childlessness and more oblivion, sense teeth, sense eyes, sense taste, sense everything.
And how do you find this poem? My question is very simple. Whether you find this poem optimistic or pessimistic? Your quick response, please. Pessimistic, absolutely right. Before we go into detail, before we concentrate and critically analyze this poem, let us have some more discussions for a better understanding. So, any question? Any question? Any other question, please? Yes. No. It's not a sonnet simply because a sonnet is a 14-line poem with a strict rhyming scheme. And structure, it has its own structure also. The rhyming scheme is always there. You know, Petrarchan sonnet, Shakespearean sonnet, Elizabethan sonnet. Okay, let me give you a brief history of this sonnet, how sonnet as a form of poetry came to England. In 1526, a diplomat, a politician, an ambassador, Sir Thomas Yacht, went to Italy on a diplomatic mission, a poet also. And Petrarch, the great senator, Italian senator, though he had died 152 years ago, the poetry of Petrarch was in the air. And Yacht breathed in that air. And when he came back to England, he brought along this sonnet form to England, and it caught the fancy of all the poets, major and minor poets, to the extent that Elizabethan poetry became sonorous, lyrical, musical, and known as a nest of singing birds. A nest of singing birds. Okay? And the biography of all Elizabethan senators is very interesting because all of them, except Spencer, married the wives of, loved the wives of others. Or their love could not be consummated into marriage. It's true with Petrarch also. It's true because Petrarch loved Laura, but he could not marry her. Shakespeare himself loved the Dark Lady, identified as Mary Picton in the chambermaid in the house of Queen Elizabeth, a very celebrated kind of chambermaid who used to enjoy a distinct position in the household. Because Shakespeare himself was married, he was married to a woman who was 8 years older. When Shakespeare was married, he was 18 and his wife was 26. So it's true with Shakespeare also, and it's true with Sidney, another great senator. Sidney loved Penelope Downs, but he could not marry because Penelope's father had assured Sidney that he would marry his daughter to Sidney, but when he died, her brother, Penelope's brother, married her off to somebody else, leaving Sidney in a very disconsolate mental state. He was torn, and the result is that the poetry emerged, sonnets emerged. It's true with Sidney also. And then we come to the next great senator, Spencer. Spencer's sonnet sequence, Amority. Amority means love poems, which he has a he has celebrated his wife. His wife. This is a beautiful presentation of his love affair with his wife, because the love conjugates into marriage. Here, for the first time, Spencer is an exception. Lady Elizabeth Boyle, the woman he loved, he married her. And a Ptolemy, which is a long poem. In that poem, he celebrates his love. So the poem is in memory of his wife. And there are some beautiful lines wherein he has described the beauty of a woman. Her cheeks like apples which the sun hath rudded, her lips like cherry meant to bite, her breast like to a bowl of cream and credit, her paps like lilies budded. Though little bit bulbous, but literature is literature, little bit erratic also, but literature is literature. And beautiful literature is born out of beauty. Beauty of a woman, beauty of tree, beauty of a forest, beauty of the landscape, beauty of the rising sun, beauty of natural objects. In addition to the poet's own response to the objects he contemplates. Now, Thomas Yacht had a similar biography. He was in love with Anne Boleyn. He could not marry. So the biography is interesting. This is not a sonnet as you rightly put. You put the question whether it's a sonnet, it's not a sonnet. All the word it just is an excerpt from Shakespeare's famous play, comedy, As You Like It. As You Like It. This scene is that of the forest, the idyllic forest. Idyllic, full of, So Adam, Orlando, even Rosalind, Duke himself, they are all in the forest. And this is a famous speech made by Jack, the melancholic philosopher. The melancholic philosopher, okay? So this is his speech, melancholic I say. Not the seamy side of life, the life that is within us. And let me tell you one more important thing, that this play itself is borrowed from Thomas Lawes's romance, Rosalind. The name of the romance is Rosalind. And here, Shakespeare has borrowed the theme and carved it into the character of a beautiful hero. Shakespeare is always charged with plagiarism, meaning he borrows from others. Shakespeare has confessed it. He has borrowed extensively from mythology, from contemporary writers, from the writers of antiquity, but he carved them beautifully through the alchemy of his genius and makes something that is renowned, that is of some value, some philosophy, some morality. Here, Shakespeare has presented a gloomy side of human life, very gloomy side of melancholy side aspect of human life through the character of Jack, the philosopher. He moralizes on life. What should life be like? Here you see all these phases beginning from that of the infant to that of the old age followed by death, each stage is described very pessimistically. Life is ridiculed, life is sneered, life is laughed at. If I am not mistaken, how is infant described? Okay, how is infant described? You can have a look at the poem, please. Let me know. Look at the poem. How is the stage that of the infant described? Yeah. No, infant. Yes, schoolboy is the second stage. Yeah. Mark the lines. Mark the. This mewling and talking. Okay? Crying and vomiting. Not a very healthy kind of description, because the child, the baby, the stage of innocence, the baby, the baby laughs, there is bubbling laughter, the laughter of a baby fascinates us, captivates us. It's perhaps the best music that is heard. Mother is always happy and her life is blessed moments she hears the laughter of her baby. So instead of that kind of portrayal, Shakespeare has portrayed another aspect, the negative aspect of this infant stage. And then the infant stage is followed by which stage? Yes. Please tell me. See, says in God. No problems. Then the next stage. Yes, please. Schoolboy. Then why don't you say? Please, you should stay. All of you should respond. Don't feel shy. Dewari, don't feel shy, please. Okay? Schoolboy. And how is schoolboy described? Please. You can have a look at the poem also. You can have a look at it. Give me your response. I'm not in a hurry. Yes. Anyone of you? Yeah, please. Babu, please tell me. Yes. How is a schoolboy described? Whether he is willing to go to school? Yes or no? Yes, he is willing to go to school? Yes or no? No. Yes. Reluctant to go to school. Complaints, complaintive type of fellow. Unwilling to school. This is mentioned there. So he has no taste for education. Okay? Then the next stage, what is that? The young who falls in love, and the very portrayal of the lover is compared to a furnace that is full of heat fire, burning. So his emotions, his outbursts are not properly channelized. What a youth can do for the nation, how he can contribute his life, he can sacrifice his life for the good welfare of the nation, nation building activity. No. So he sings songs of sadness, because all the time. Then this soldier, also the next stage soldier. The soldier's life, as we know, a soldier is always ready to sacrifice his life for the glory of his country. But here, a soldier is described differently. He is described as someone very, very haughty. all the time he doesn't have his passions under his control. He is irascible by nature. All the time he is ready to quarrel. It's not the business of a soldier. He has to fight against the enemy. So that kind of the real portrait of a soldier is somewhere and somehow missing in the texture of this poem. Then the justice. Justice is supposed to be someone who is gallant, who is, who pronounces his judgment dispassionately. Here, the judge is described as, a person who is engaged in bribery, indulged in bribery, corruption. Negative side of a judge's portrait here. Then the old age itself. The second childishness, as Shakespeare describes it. The old man, matured enough, who is expected to be a mature person, a well-experienced person with philosophy of life, with moral values, with ethics, who may contribute a lot to the welfare of society due to his experience. Such kind of is described as second childishness. So, second childishness, the word itself, childishness, has negative connotations. Negative meaning, it's not positive. Childlike is a positive term, but childishness is negative. He again becomes a child, an infant, mewling and unwilling to go to school and complaining all the time, not satisfied with the existing things. Sense, teeth, sense is a French term, without. Sense, ears, sense, taste, sense, everything. And this beautiful poem can be compared to some of the lines from Shakespeare's Macbeth. When Macbeth is reported the news of his wife's death, who dies because she becomes mad and starts walking in her sleep, the famous sleepwalking scene. Now, at night she wakes up in her sleep, walks, and she even washes her hands, saying, all the perfumes of Arabia, sweeten these little hands. She becomes guilty conscious because she instigates her husband to commit the bloody deed of murder. One husband, for the first time, doesn't obey her, she goes herself to murder Duncan. But she comes back without committing the deed of murder. Why? Because the person sleeping, Duncan, resembled her father, as he told Macbeth, her husband. Had he not resembled my father, I had done it. I had murdered. I would have murdered Duncan. Then she resents Macbeth, and Macbeth commits the bloody deed of murder for the second time. And now the sin of murder, the guilt of murder is so heavy with Lady Macbeth that she is guilty conscious. She is unable to bear the loss, the heavy loss of sin. And she starts walking in her sleep and dies. And when the death report is brought to Macbeth is torn, completely shattered. And then he philosophizes on human life. very similar kind of rendering. Breathe, O candle. Life is but a walking saddle, a poor player that struts and freshes out upon the stage and does her no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and beauty, signifying nothing. How is life presented here? Positively or negatively? How is life described by Shakespeare here? Optimistic or pessimistic attitude? Stand up and say, yes, please. Pessimistic. Yes. You also cooperate with me. Take active part. It's an interaction, it's not teaching. I expect lots and lots of questions from you. Okay? As is my technique. Because this is the only available medium. I'm interacting with you face to face. You should ask me as many questions as you can. Because you know you are the students of compulsory English. As you know, compulsory English. But you have to learn language through literature. The title of your paper is Language Through Literature. So literature is a tool available with you to learn, to command over language. So I am quoting from here and there from the relevant available sources for your information, to add to your information knowledge. So I'm just trying to update you, to widen your horizon and allow you to rise up to soar higher and higher till you reach the zenith. That is my purpose. So life is compared by Shakespeare as a walking shadow, something insubstantial, shadow, a poor player. All the world is a space, all the men and women are merely players, so how relevant is the comparison here? Shakespeare compares life to a stage. Not life is like a stage, but life is a stage. Stage is metaphorical. There is metaphor. Uses metaphor. Okay? And here, man is a player compared to a player by Shakespeare in his Macbeth, the famous soliloquy of Macbeth. Who struts and frets out upon the stage. All of us have come to the world to play our respective roles. I playing my role as a teacher, and you playing your role as a student. When I go out, board a bus, I become a passenger. Okay? When you go out and take part in some activity, sports activity, you become players. When your mother, once she walks in the kitchen, she is a housewife, and your father is an employee if he is serving, if he serves somewhere. But role changes. When I go to my house, I become father to my children and husband to my wife. Now, let us come back to the poem or the world is a stage. GACC's speech is extraneous to the entire theme of the comedy, as you like it, extraneous, something extraneous, because it has nothing to do with the play, as if it's a comedy, something. Yet it holds a prominent position for us, the readers. Of course, Shakespeare's plays are meant not to be read but to be staged. So the audience we get an opportunity or some kind of impetus to introspect, to look within and deduce ourselves what life should be like and how man should live his life, how a woman should live her life. I want to smile. Keep smiling, please. I want you to keep smiling all the time. Now, the point is not a love point, although what just means. And comedy is always a love point. As you like it is a love point. The character of heroine, carved out of Thomas Rose's romance, Rosalind, the title of the romance is Rosalind, and Shakespeare borrows the title, transforms the title into the character of the heroine and presents her, pictures her, carves her so beautifully, so resourcefully that she manages the marriage of each prominent character. Shakespeare has made beautiful use of this guys here. I won't go into detail, but such a resourceful, such a lovely, such a beautiful character. Shakespeare has heroines and not heroes in same of Shakespeare. And Shakespeare is a great dramatist. Dryden praises Shakespeare, saying he makes a comparison between Ben Jonson and Shakespeare. He says he admires Ben, but he loves Shakespeare. He admires Ben, he has a great regard for Ben Jonson, but he loves Shakespeare. So Shakespeare is obviously given a superior stature. Now, let me come to the point. My question was, the poem that is devoid of love, apparently devoid of love. Of course, love is always embedded. Even if you hate anybody, love is embedded, love is implied, because you hate only one you love, or you have a strong desire for love. The poem that is pessimistic, so this pessimistic poem, can it enlighten us? This is the question. Yes, because it moralizes. It gives us values in terms of our respective roles in society. Shakespeare encourages us to study this poem, appreciate this poem in terms of a literary pitch and in terms of the values that it imparts. The values, the message is negative, but this is positive. Literally negative, but figuratively, in terms of metaphors, it has a great message. Okay? And Shakespeare, in almost all of his plays, his tragedies are not pure tragedies, and his comedies are not pure comedies, rather they are the blend of tragedy and comedy, rightly termed as tragedy-comedy. Tragedy-comedy. Even this well-known comedy, As You Like It, it appears tragic in the middle of the action. At point when the tiger line appears, it becomes a little bit, we, the audience, becomes scared lest there should be some tragedy. Shakespeare has a genius. He immediately converts the tragic into comic mode, so as to retain the comic aspect, the preponderance of comedy in his comedies. A similar note is struck in King Lear. I sometime later, maybe in the next sentence 6, as ties are to wanton boys, are we to the gods? They kill us for the sports. Ties to wanton boys because they kill the flies. We kill the mosquito trap, and the mosquito is crushed, squeezed. Are we to the gods? They kill us for the sport. Does Shakespeare encourage us to take life as he says? No, on the contrary, he strongly recommends a positive side for us, an optimistic side for us, to restore the human values. What a piece of work is man. So this human life is valuable, it's worth living, it's full of morality, it's full of values, it's full of ethics, it's full because Shakespeare, as we know, is a great philosopher, is a great poet, is a great dramatist, is a great anthropologist, is a great botanist, biologist, scientist, psychologist, so on and so forth. So with this note, I would like to conclude my lecture and invite you to question answer session. If you have any questions, more questions, any question, please ask me. Any question, please. Yeah.
You say that as it you say that as you like it, but it is a comedy.
Yeah, please sit down. Yeah, you mean to say you haven't put your question properly, but I appreciate your way of putting your questions. You mean to say that Shakespeare is a dramatist, and this extract from Shakespeare's As You Like It is a comedy, and this is GACC's speech from As You Like It. So you mean to say, how do you say, you mean to say that how this is a poem while it is an excerpt from the comedy, which may be improved, you mean to say? No, let me tell you, Shakespeare's plays are written in blank verse. In blank verse. Little bit prosaic, little bit poetic, a blend of that, and poetic more. And blank verse is introduced by the Earl of Surrey, a friend of Thomas Young, Earl of Surrey. The credit goes to him for introducing blank verse in England for the first time. Shakespeare as well as Marlowe write their plays in blank verse. So it's poetic because it is written in blank verse. And secondly, Wordsworth goes to the extent of saying that there is no difference, no distinction between prose and metrical composition. There is no difference between prose and poetry. In other words, verse which is written in verse. All that is important is that it should sound, palatable to our ears, musical to our ears. Though it's not a lyric one, it's not sonnet, still it's a poem with all qualities of music, great masses, irrespective of what Mackley said. But if you read Ars Poetica thoroughly, you will find that Mackley has something else to say. As I quoted Byron's poem, the lines that begin with the let's have warring women, mirth and laughter, sermons and soda water the day after. The poem, Don John, doesn't conclude with a similar note. Dear Byron takes us into a long journey, into a philosophical, mystic journey that is very long, and inner journey, not outer journey. If you perpetuate such kind of a life, life having a passion for women, having a passion for wine, when you drink excessively and you wake up the next day, you would see what you are. This is how the poem concludes. I am just giving summary of the meaning of the lines. I am not quoting the lines as they are. But what does he say? That the youths like you, the young men like you, the men and women, the citizens of India, if we all believe in a life that is full of gaiety, that is full of mirth, full of laughter, full of sex, full of like this, kind of debauchery, and how and to what extent we are going to contribute to nation building. We are corroding the nation. We are making it hollow. The hollow man, a poem written by GACC. So the sap that flows within the tree is missing, and the tree becomes leafless, or the leaves are withered. Okay, so one will live a life like that. We innervate the nation, we innervate ourselves, we weaken ourselves. As a result, the nation as a whole weakens. Any more questions, please? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I wish you all the best.